Hello and happy holidays, wrestling fans. It's Joe Galley here with the season finale of NWA Shockwave. We've got some incredible matches lined up. A lot of our championships are on the line, including the NWA World Women's Championship. Thunder Rosa taking on Serena Deeb. Our NWA World Tag Team Championships will be on the line in our main event. We also have NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis, who will be in action later on in this program. But let's kick things off with the NWA World Television Championship, defended in what it's got to be one of the hottest feuds of 2020. It's the champion, Zicky Dice, taking on Pope.
Oh my goodness, look out here. What the hell? Sneak attack. Throws him off the ramp. That's no way for a champion to act. Come on.
This is absolutely just proving that what Pope's point has been all along. Zicky Dice spitting in the face of tradition, spitting in the face on what the NWA has always stood for, and this is just despicable.
You know, ring announcer Aron was there for the official announcements. This is a big NWA World Television title match.
Live. Billy, are you watching, Billy? This is on you.
Wow, speaking to William Patrick Corgan, now he's got it pulling a table out here. This match has not officially begun. They never even made it to the ring. Pope was coming out. I was going to mention how he was successful in that big tag team match. Hit the Elijah Express on Effie. Got some momentum, and now us putting the Pope through the table.
Zicky said before this match that the blood would be on Billy Corgan's hands, and I'm afraid that is coming to pass right now. The outlandish one is just wreaking havoc on the Pope.
No regard for the official, no regard for the challenger. Now putting the table all over the Pope. You're right. Now you got other officials coming out here. And, you know, it wasn't bad enough. And look at this, mounted punches. He spit on Elijah Burke after that tag team match. As Elijah Burke said, you didn't just spit on me, you spit on tradition. I mean, think of this, guys. What a charlatan. Zicky Dice is the television champion. He wants a microphone now. This is day 231. He's never defended it.
Check 1, 2. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking for Billy Corgan, the Pumpkin King himself. Is he here? No? There's only 2 places that Billy can be. 1, on Instagram Live, talking to middle-aged women that no one cares about. 2, writing the worst Smashing Pumpkins record of all time. Billy, be honest. That last music video was it was embarrassing. It actually made me so mad.
Oh, no. Now going right back on the attack.
Oh, come on. That don't impress me much. I'm sorry, Primetime Live. There will be no television title match tonight. I'm sorry.
This kind of behavior from Zicky Dice is absolutely disgusting. We saw
there will be no match tonight. Matter of fact, the rest of this pay-per-view is now paid for by outlandish Zicky Dice. Since there's no title match tonight, and my contract's up on New Year's Eve, maybe I'll take the television title and defend it somewhere else. Maybe I'll leave Primetime Live. Today is 231 days as your television champion, and Billy Pope hasn't done a thing to earn a title shot. You can't deny that Zicky is television. How you feeling down there, Pope? Huh? How's he feeling? Maybe you should go back there and get some help, huh? There will be no championship match tonight. The pay-per-view ends now. Go ahead, zoom the camera in on Zicky. Let me give you a nice pose.
Are you kidding me? This is absolutely disgusting.
Jimbo, you got questions? I'll answer it for you. 232 days tomorrow as television champion. You got a question?
How many defenses?
What's your problem?
Undefeated, undefended. And it doesn't matter where or when I defend. It's on my terms, Mr. Corgan.
Undefeated and undefended.
Oh, Pope, how's it feel, you yellow corn on the cob sack of
Oh, my God.
Disgusting, Zicky Dice.
Is this what you want in prime time? Oh, how about the dirt sheets? Oh, Zicky Dice had major heat in the back. That's why he was fired, and the championship's been vacant. And wrong, still champion. Come on, Pope. Come on, Pope, go home. Go home, Pope. There will be no match. Get him out of here.
We got officials out there trying to help the Pope.
Look at this.
And the Pope is...
Isn't this a sight to see?
The Pope has made his way to the apron.
Somebody's got to step in and get him to... He can't even stand up.
Hold on. The Pope.
This might be the most classless thing I've ever seen inside a squared circle, Blake.
You know, he did something similar to this to Jervis on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
You want
It's
the match?
absolutely disgusting.
Wait a minute.
Billy, come on out here, Billy.
No way.
You bald idiot. With your stupid triangle on your head. Oh, my God.
The Pope he's using the ropes, using the corner to get back to his feet.
Pope? You want to do this? Well, you know what? We all make mistakes. And Pope, you're going to learn today. Billy, this is on you.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a match. Nonetheless, despite the best efforts of Zicky Dice to escape and not defend the title undefended, and now you see the 6:05 time limit, and we're down under 6 minutes to go here now, and the Pope really has got no business being in the ring after that attack.
Yeah, you said that we're going to have a match. What we have so far is just an absolute massacre from Zicky Dice. Like you said, I've never seen anything like that.
Cheap shot from behind, slam through the table. I mean, it doesn't... Pope looks like he needs to go back and see the medical team. He looks hurt.
Well, I heard officials saying, we got to take you to the back. We got to take you to the back. But the Pope would not be needed. He kept pulling his way towards the ring. And, you know, it might be just the ultimate sacrifice here for the sake of tradition, as he is taking unanswered shots here by the champion Zicky Dice. And I use that term extremely loosely.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, I guess Zicky Dice.
Pope's coming back a little bit here.
Well, 102-1 in his boxing career. He's taking him with the jab. Look out, little double fist flying in the public, if you will. Oh, the Pope finding a way, digging down deep. How is this possible?
That is passion. That is instinct. And you know, the clock is not the Pope's friend. He has to roll that hard 6:05 to become the new TV champion. I don't know if he's got it in him, but he's going to give it everything he's got.
Pope feels about the disrespect to the tradition and himself, and all the disrespect to wrestling in general. That's why he's in there right now.
Well, the Pope is so inspired by the likes of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, who stands for tradition in this business. And it would be for the Pope to win that very title that his inspiration once held. But it's not looking good. We're coming up on 4 minutes left in this television title time limit, covered now by Zicky Dice.
You talk about Pope being inspired by the likes of Dusty Rhodes. Zicky Dice, he's on the other side of the spectrum. He couldn't care less about those who have come before him. He only cares about Zicky Dice.
Yeah, it's interesting how much different meaning the title has to each of these guys. What that TV title means to Zicky Dice and what that title means to the Pope.
Look at this little style and profile, and nobody home for the elbow. This is the first time, again, guys, that he has put the title in 231 days. And man, oh man, did Zicky Dice ever stack the deck. But the Pope keeps still nobody home for the elbow.
Pope staying alive.
There's 3.5 minutes left, but Pope's already taken like 20 minutes worth of damage here.
Reversal now by the champion. Big clothesline, buying himself some more time on the attack. And I think, you know, the champion will use all of these 3 minutes and 11 seconds to try and flap his gums and make a point and continue to dish out punishment. But the Pope not going away, not yet, into a sleeper. And after the attacks he's taken, this could take everything out of the Pope and his bid for the television title.
Very smart by Zicky locking that on real quick, because it slows the Pope down. He started building some momentum up. So by latching onto him, he's able to slow the pace of the match down and hopefully slow Pope's offense down.
Looking to kill the clock, too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at. I'm watching that clock and getting into a hold like a sleeper. Yeah, it does double duty for Zicky Dice. Oh, coming back.
What a power slam by the Pope. Almost, he's got to be running on fumes, running on instincts, running on tradition. But caught him in that power slam, caught Zicky Dice in midair.
He's got to start looking for the finish. We're over past the halfway point of this matchup already.
Zicky Dice, the champion, trying desperately to hold on. How about all those inflammatory things that he said? Talking about, you know, all the rumors that he had been fired, that he wasn't the champion. In the case, Big German suplex. Big German suplex by the challenger. Popping those hips. Takes him over again.
Pope's doing a fantastic job of staying attached to Zicky here. That's why he's able to continue these slams.
Trifecta.
Hit the trifecta, and could he get the 3 count off? He's not going to go for the cover. He wants to wear Zicky down even more, but again, that clock is a big-time factor. The Pope has to watch the clock.
Yeah, the sand's moving fast through that hourglass. The Pope now going high risk. Don't know where he's finding this from. Elijah Burke off, sinks the elbow right into the midsection of Zicky Dice.
3 big German suplexes and elbow off the top rope. I wonder if this is going to be enough to get the win right here.
We heard the Pope talk about, just being disgusted that Zicky Dice has the television title around that fat waist. Well, he hit him right in it right there with that big elbow. But a minute 10 remaining here, guys. Precious time. Take it away.
I was just going to say, he's barely got a minute left. He needs to start looking for a finish.
And Zicky Dice can just survive. If he outlasts the clock here, guys, he holds on to the ball.
What a disgrace.
Whipping the ref in and now going low. Come on.
48 seconds.
That's it. I mean, that's got to be it. The Pope can't survive this, guys. He just got hit low, wide open shot with 40 seconds, 40 ticks on the clock.
If this is the first title defense for Zicky Dice, this is so disrespectful to the sport.
Nail in the coffin here, looking for the snake rattle and roll. Countered though. Zicky Dice hitting that post. Oh, he's adjusting those pads. We saw this. He hit Effie. Can he hit Zicky? Elijah Express goes into the station. 16 seconds, 15 now, but he only needs 3.
Wow. He got him.
Here is your winner and new NWA World Television Champion, the Pope, Elijah Burke.
Oh my goodness, Elijah Burke digging down deep to get it done. I know we're supposed to be unbiased broadcast journalists, but I've never been more relieved for a title to change hands. Look at this. Look at the way this thing started, and the Pope just kept on fighting.
Yeah, Zicky Dice came in with malice of forethought to try and take out the Pope to avoid defending that TV championship, and it came back to bite him. No valediction for Zicky Dice, but vindication for the Pope, new TV champion.
What a moment for the Pope.
Second time in a few weeks that an NWA title has changed hands, and tradition has been reinstated. Let's hear it from the Pope.
Oh, first off, Pope wants to thank all the men and women here at United Wrestling Network. I want to thank the men and women who have helped keep NWA relevant. The Marines, the Stevens, during this time of uncertainty. We're living in a moment in time where a pandemic has a stronghold on this country. And we don't know what the next moment is going to bring. That's uncertainty. We're living in a time where men and women are struggling to make ends meet, are struggling to provide for their families while the unemployment continues to rise. That's uncertainty, Daddy. Uncertainty was Zicky Dice holding on to this TV television championship for 231 days. Uncertain no longer. Uncertain no longer, because this title is back around the waist of tradition and someone who respects history. When you talk about history, Daddy, you got to talk about the American dream, Dusty Rhodes. When you talk about the history of this title, you got to talk about A.A. Arn Anderson, Tony Blanchard, Nikita Koloff, beautiful Bobby Eaton, and Stunning Steve Austin. Yet the list goes on. But now then, I've been working my way back. I have worked my way back. And me, along with you at home, we're going to remind the world that Pope is still the most charismatic, spectacular, charismatic champion that is the television champion. I can dig that.
Congratulations to Pope on that major victory, and keep in mind, folks, we have lots more championships that are going to be on the line on this episode of NWA Shockwave, including the NWA World Women's Championship, Thunder Rosa taking on Serena Deeb. But before we get there, we've got another huge matchup right now. The NWA World's Champion, the holder of Sweet Charlotte, the 10 pounds of gold. Well, he's not putting on the line, but he is going up against one tough contender from the United Wrestling Network and also from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Nick Aldis takes on Jordan Clearwater.
Well, gentlemen, here we see a nice show of sportsmanship between the two competitors, and you've got to imagine what is running through the mind of Jordan Clearwater coming up against the national treasure.
Well, I got to imagine the nerves have to be there. The butterflies have to be in the stomach. But for Jordan Clearwater, he's got to put all that to the side. And look at that, great. Able to keep the champion grounded. And, you know, Todd, you were talking about the striking game, but he's got a mat game as well.
He worked on his grappling as well, and we see it. But beautiful transition there by the champion. That British catch or world of sports style that Nick Aldis just excels at like no other.
Shoulders down on the champ, just a 1 count.
A 1 count for the champ, but even a 1 count this early on, is that going to be getting into the psyche of Nick Aldis?
Well, I have to imagine that, you know, he's been in deep waters before. He knows what it takes to be in matches like this. And even though the 10 pounds of gold isn't on the line, I mean, he's not going to come down to Los Angeles to do the JOB with some guy right here. But Jordan Clearwater, I mean, look at that good wrist control. But Nick Aldis, the veteran, able to transition and get a wrist lock of his own.
It's the type of chain wrestling that we saw when Aldis defended the 10 pounds of gold against Marty Skrull. And so again, just point positive how well of a showing this youngster's making, now isolating the arm of the champion.
And ringing the arm now, Jordan Clearwater putting that MMA, so shoulders down. Another quick cover for Jordan Clearwater.
You mentioned it, Joe, and you can see the look on the face. Aldis knows he's got a task in front of him now. No overconfidence anymore. He doesn't want to come here in this exhibition and get shown up by the youngster.
That's right here. Now look at this. Greco-Roman knuckle lock, but the crafty veteran into that top wrist lock. Great control into the transition, takes Clearwater to the mat, and now the champ is rolling.
Champ makes it look easy. It's so fluid, like he's underwater, isolating the arm now at Jordan Clearwater. And this is sound strategy, because we talked about Clearwater working on that striking, most notably the Midas touch. That big thrust kick gets you right in the kisser.
And you've got to be, you got to worry about the fact of putting any kind of distance between yourself and Jordan Clearwater. But look at this.
And look at that. The champ was going for the Kingsland Cloverleaf. Good job by Clearwater to see it coming. Had it scouted. Obviously, he's been watching the tape, watching the 10 pounds of gold, watching NWA Power. He knew that was coming and got right to the ropes, right where he needed to be.
And again, at Black House MMA, working on submission defense. And I got to tell you, a guy that he was in there rolling with, Blake Bulletproof Troop, is a sizable heavyweight, very powerful, much like Nick Aldis. And so a great camp coming into this matchup for Clearwater, but getting taken to task now by the champion.
But can any of the preparation in the world prepare you for Nick Aldis?
That's a great question here. And Clearwater here, he's able to take a big old European uppercut to the face, but still remaining on his feet, just showing the grit that this kid's got.
Oh, and a nice strike to the champ.
Yeah, uncharacteristic there for Aldis to telegraph the back body drop, but he made Clearwater pay for it now. Big strike doesn't hook the leg. Champ back in control. Seesaw battle.
But look at that. The national treasure gets in that chin lock, staying right on top of Clearwater. He's not giving him an inch.
Guys, just for a second, for that split second, Clearwater had that light at the end of the tunnel. Turned out to be a freight train coming his way in the form of Aldis.
And Aldis, such a strong competitor. I mean, you don't get to be the NWA World Heavyweight Champion in your second reign without being a force to be reckoned with.
I like this. Clearwater able to get some separation, coming off the ropes, full head of steam, ducks the big clothesline, went for the crossbody, but not enough gas behind it. And here comes Aldis. Look at the power of the champion. Slams him to the mat. This has got to be it. Into the cover, hooks the leg. Only a 2 count.
Textbook Aldis there. Catches the crossbody up into that elevated vertical suplex, one of his signatures. hits it to perfection, almost suckers Clearwater in there, almost, was able to weave the web.
But you can't discount the resilience of Jordan Clearwater, still staying alive in this matchup. Eating another big uppercut.
But look at that. Something is coming alive inside Clearwater. He's eating these shots. I think he's waking up after that big slam. And now look at that. He's got those right hands.
Might be looking for that Midas touch. No, going for a big running right hand. Got a lot behind it, measuring the champion. Look at this big reverse neck breaker, Joe, now into the cover.
This could be it. Whoa. Once again, title's not on the line, but if Clearwater could come away with a victory, I mean, what a momentum shift in the entire NWA landscape as Clearwater comes in with a splash in the corner.
Looking to follow it up, perhaps Bulldog, too much power. Cutting off the momentum. Oh, look out, not where you want to be with the champion, guys.
Absolutely not able to pick the leg. Looks like he was going for the figure four, but Clearwater, shoulders are down. Oh, huge upset, but no, the champ kicks out.
Again, non-title matchup, but Clearwater now scores with the Bulldog. If you don't succeed at first, try again into the cover. How close was that? What a showing by the Golden Boy.
What such an impressive showing from the Golden Boy. This is unbelievable. I can't believe how much strength and power and agility we're seeing from Golden Boy. That real training regimen is really showing itself here in this match.
But he's got to stay on top of Aldis. You can't give him an opportunity to recover here. This could be a big mistake as he's looking to head up to the high-rent district here at Thunder Studios.
Yeah, I don't think he was working on this at Black House MMA, guys. He wasn't going up top to go high risk. And to your point, when you're in there with the champ, you got to take risks. This is a huge opportunity, but it might cost him.
Uh-oh. He's got him hooked up there.
No, Jordan Clearwater in a dangerous predicament, trying to fight his way out.
Holding on to the top rope. A headbutt to Nick Aldis. Aldis is down. If Clearwater can clear the cobwebs.
Yeah, that's a big question. Let's see. Looking for the missile kick. Talked about weaving that web. He got caught in a big way. Kingsland
Cloverleaf immediately into the tap. And Nick Aldis had quite a fight in front of him, but once again coming up with the victory.
Impressive victory, no surprise there, but guys, I gotta believe the stock is on the rise for the Golden Boy. One heck of a showing against the real world's heavyweight champion.
Absolutely impressive. Jordan Clearwater truly held his own in this matchup, and to be beaten by the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, that's nothing to sneeze at.
All right, folks, there is no question that our NWA women's division is one of the strongest throughout the entire wrestling industry. At the very top of that pyramid is our champion, NWA World Women's Champion Thunder Rosa. She takes on Serena Deeb now.
Second battle between these two. Thunder Rosa got the win first time out. I caught up with Serena Deeb in the back earlier, guys, and she was saying that, she had come off for that matchup. Almost a 5-year layoff of active in-ring competition. Said she had a little rust, although it certainly wasn't evident. That's what it's all about. The NWA Women's World Championship. But she spent a lot of time in the WWE PC training up-and-coming competitors, and sometimes training others is just a great learning process, almost equal to competing, is it not, Blake?
I agree 100%, because then you really understand the concepts and the techniques when you're able to teach it to somebody else. And I think that knowledge is definitely going to be why she looks so confident in there, because Serena looks like she is ready to conquer this moment.
Many have said that, though. Many have tried. And we see that mutual respect, but La Mera Mera Destruction Tour 2020 has claimed many a victim, James.
Absolutely. She's been on a tear. She's been turning heads everywhere she's gone. That match against Priscilla Kelly, incredibly well regarded. What a classic that was. Thunder Rosa is not going to go quietly, if at all. Whoever is going to take that NWA Women's Championship off of her. But, on the other side with Serena, if she had ring rust, God help all the women in the world once she finally gets all those shaken off.
No doubt about it. Impressive title defense we talked about against Priscilla Kelly right here on this program, as well as against the American Kaiju in Mission Pro Wrestling, Thunder Rosa's own promotion. She's worn many hats. He has really done so much to empower and elevate women's wrestling, as has Serena Deeb over the years. Beautiful counter into the rear waist lock. there by Serena Deeb, who was brought up in tradition. You talk about the NWA World's Women title. You know, Serena Deeb was trained by the likes of Rip Rogers, Danny Davis, and OVW. Serena Deeb's a 6-time OVW Women's Champion, so she's held championship gold, but right now, nice counter the other way by the champ, taking back the top position.
Both girls doing a fantastic job of attacking and counter-attacking. It's been a back and forth. Nobody has held control. Again, we see another counter and reversal. Very high-level submission grappling by both competitors. Beautiful transition there. We see Thunder Rosa go from the leg up to the double wrist lock on the shoulder. This is a very dangerous move. If she can get that hand a little further behind, and Serena Deeb gets out.
Takes it into an arm wringer. Well, holding on to the wrist control, though, is the champion. Rolling through now is the challenger. Breaks the lock. Snap Mayor. Great action by champion and challenger. Just right out of there. Effortless counter almost. Just slipped right out of that side headlock attempt. Beautifully done.
Picking up right where they left off, seemingly, in this rematch. You know, this is just another sort of budding potential classic.
Serena Deeb went back to the well there, went for that sequence again, and for the second time, the champion right out of there might have the, manipulating the digits. And recently, Blake, and I know you know this all too well, Thunder Rosa has been training extensively for a return to action inside the MMA camp. A two-sport athlete has been putting in the hours at Brazilian top team down in San Antonio.
Like I mentioned, she is a very competent submission grappler. She has a very aggressive style. As we've seen in a lot of these exchanges, she is the aggressor. Deeb's is doing a fantastic job of countering and getting out of the reversing things, but I would say the aggressor thus far has been Thunder Rosa, and I've seen the exact same thing in her MMA training.
And as if the champion doesn't have a full plate as it is, James, looking for a professional MMA fight maybe in late January or February.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it helps or hinders her. I mean, how much she is taking on her plate. Is that going to sharpen her, or is it going to maybe be too much? I think Blake can sort of speak to that and sort of how much, you should take on at any given time.
I think that is a very valid concern. It's hard to juggle a bunch of balls at once. The more you're juggling, the less she can put into each of those individual ones. And she is at the top of the food chain being the NWA Women's Champion. So I hope that she is staying focused on the task at hand.
If you take your eye off the ball against Serena Deeb, she will make you pay for it. She's in control right now, and I know this would just be such a crowning moment for Serena. She's going to do whatever it takes to walk out here the NWA Women's Champion. But again, by the same token, Thunder Rosa, she isn't giving it up without a fight. She has that never say die attitude.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, countless have tried, countless have failed, but given her a run for her money. And now, beautiful arm drag there by the champion. Scoop and spam. A lot of power on display by the champion. She can do it all and take it over in this matchup again. You're right, Thunder Rosa said is going for a little run here into the senton. Dead center of the ring, maybe dead to rights, looking to retain, is the champion. Thunder Rosa said, whoever takes this thing from me, if it ever takes place, it's going to cost a lot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you look at competitors and athletes all over the world when they're hitting their prime, they're hitting their stride. I feel like Thunder Rosa, oh, what a pump kick from Thunder Rosa. I feel like she is entering that sort of stratosphere where she's becoming almost untouchable in there.
This is not where you want to be in the corner with the champion, Blake, because she goes 0 to painful in about 1.5 seconds. Has just devastating striking in the corner, but Deeb able to counter there.
Deeb's, that was a veteran move there, getting out of the way. Instead of trying to counter, just dodging out, because she's been getting beat up. Oh, she's got a guillotine hit. I can't tell if she's under the chin or not, but she's got it through. Oh, she is under the chin.
Rotates it around, maybe neck breaker time. And the champ, you saw the eyes looking very strange there. The neck just got absolutely whiplash there. And Deeb looking to take control, looking to win the title and make history. That was close, and boy, oh boy, did the challenger ever try and capitalize there immediately.
It looked like the power was going out for Thunder Rosa. Somehow she was able to stay in this matchup, but Serena Deeb in control. Thunder Rosa has to find a way to regroup here.
When you see people just have an unexplainable recovery like that, that's championship heart right there. That is a warrior spirit. And she's hurting right now. She's really hurting. That neck breaker on the ropes was bad. If she keeps taking damage to that neck, she can be in a bad spot. She cannot allow herself to get her neck cranked on and get in some type of cervical submission hold.
Yeah, I think Thunder Rosa was really, completely out there for a second. Snap back just in time to kick out of that pin attempt. Now the tie clinch forearm right up the middle, but this is not the same Thunder Rosa. That was a huge turning point in this matchup. And again, a veteran like Deeb can capitalize, attacking the neck again with the clothesline. Again, looking to make history, only a count of 2.
So a big thing that we say in submission grappling and fighting is if you can control someone's chin, you can control the rest of their body. And now that she's really damaging Thunder Rosa's neck, she's really able to manhandle her around using her head. Now she's got a submission hold working on that neck. If she can get her face down, she might be able to generate enough leverage to get attacked.
Champ, though, turning into the pressure there, Blake. Still has the hands locked, or Deeb did. And now fighting her way out of that straight jacket lock is Thunder Rosa. Back and forth seesaw action. A whole lot of heart for the champion to fight back. And now I think you're going to see some of that attitude, some of that aggression. Playtime over for Thunder Rosa.
A little bit of whatever it takes for Thunder Rosa. And, you know, we talked about her before this matchup. These two ladies know each other very well. Serena Deeb is one of the reasons why Thunder Rosa became a professional wrestler. She said she drove at 1.8 hours to go see Serena work and learn from her.
You know, it's an incredible motivation when you're taking idols and turning them into rivals. And that's, you've seen Thunder Rosa step up, and I think we're seeing the best Thunder Rosa because she's going against a competitor who's pushed her as hard as she has.
Thunder Rosa bellowing, roaring, I think, maybe to just snap herself back into this match.
Bit of a primal scream, you know, in the past in the NWA, you could hear those ceremonial drums, that warrior spirit just pacing through the veins of Thunder Rosa, who fights back. And yeah, and if you talked about the admiration for Serena Deeb, Deeb now scores with a neck breaker, again attacking that head and neck region. Will it pay dividends? Doesn't hook the leg, but drove the forearm down in the cover. Looking again, this time hooks the leg, going for broke. I think anything, you know, any of that astonishment of being in there with one of your idols was wiped out, you know, on cable television, on Dynamite, and now and Thunder Rosa was able to find a way to win that matchup and now can really settle in. But same could be said for Deeb, who is, again, if there was any rust, we didn't see it, but it's certainly gone now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. She certainly looks crisp. She is on point. All of her attacks are purposeful, and they are landing right now. She's getting whatever she wants on Thunder Rosa.
Big backstabber. We saw that on Dynamite as well. And this is trouble. This is trouble right now for the champion, who finds herself in a compromising position, but isolating the arm. What's that do to the arm and the AC joint of the shoulder?
Matt, you're talking about yanking the shoulder out of the joint. For Collins, whoa, he pinned. You're talking about yanking, so the shoulder's a ball and socket joint. Oh, another pin.
All right, now it's the champion looking to put her away, and now it's the fight on display by the challenger, having to bridge up, using all that flexibility, is Serena Deeb, who, you know, a big-time practitioner of yoga, and now turns it into a pinning attempt the other way. Oh, my goodness. And now, oh, what do we got?
This looks like a neck crank right here. She's got both her arms trapped, and she's pulling the neck diagonally down. So she's basically trying to pull the neck out of its normal range of motion. We call this a neck crank because you're basically just cranking on that neck, trying to yank it off of their shoulders. This is a very painful submission.
She calls this the Serenity Lock, and there's nowhere to go but turning the pressure back the other way. Oh, Deeb almost turned it into a pin double stop, one of the champion signatures. Pulling out potential life-saving victory there, maybe, from the jaws of defeat. My goodness, how did she get out of that?
She bought herself enough window of time to maybe get things back up on her feet and get the ball back rolling in her favor. Although
yeah, Thunder Rosa used that knee to really, you know, turn the tide in this matchup, and she's got to continue to capitalize if she can. Thunder Rosa catching Serena with that elbow, too, buying more time. Drop toe hold right into that corner turnbuckle. Thunder Rosa starting to turn things around.
Oh, here we go. This is where she likes to be, where she can really tee off in the corner. And now up top, looking to press the offense, shotgun knees. Loves that drop kick, too. I wonder if we're going to see that.
Thunder Rosa smells blood. I think she thinks she's getting the finish right here. Is this going to be it?
There it is.
Oh!
Nobody hits harder than that. Nobody in the sport, just that pinpoint drop kick. Incredible, and it's usually the beginning of the end. Does she have enough left for perhaps a Thunder driver? Let's see. Oh, Northern Lights suplex with the bridge. Beautifully done, but how much pressure did that put on the neck?
Beautiful. I mean, you can definitely tell that Thunder Rosa spent some of her, what she's got left in that neck, going for that big slam there. But she went immediately for the pin. She was really looking for the finish on that slam. She wasted no time.
That was explosive, James. Now, Fireman's carry position here, and Serena Deeb, the challenger, now fighting back. This means everything to her, brought into the business in OVW. Have to respect it. She wants to take home the prestigious NWA gold.
I think Serena really rocked Thunder Rosa in the elbows. I mean, she was shook.
Wow, look at the velocity.
Swinging those hips, holding on
that neck breaker, and now looking for a big reverse neck breaker. The attack on the neck has been relentless. Here we go. Oh, close call.
Beautiful combination set up there, staying attached to Thunder Rosa so she can continue the attacks. I'm surprised Thunder Rosa had enough to kick out right there. That neck has got to be in bad shape.
We saw, the NWA Women's World title defended, on AEW programming before. Serena Deeb is under contract with AEW. What would this mean to the veteran who retired for 5 years to come back and win this prestigious title? And she's got her all tied up at the moment. Thinking pile driver, no. Counter the other way by the champion. Oh my goodness.
No cover though, and then late cover.
Well, again, she's got to just have absolute lightning bolts of pain going through that neck to the shoulders. I mean, it can make your arms go numb when you've had so much damage to the neck.
Not only are you talking about not being able to attack, but you're talking about everything that touches you being bad. Your head turns sideways, shooting pain. Your body turns sideways. Your body slams into the mat. You get punched in the face, shooting pain. Neck injury is bad. You can see her really holding on to that neck.
Well, shoes on the other foot now, guys. Turnabouts, fair play, all those. Because with that fireman's carry slam there, now you can see Deeb holding the neck, and we can only hope that the challenger's okay here to carry on.
Oh, look at the look on Thunder Rosa's face. I'm not sure she's gonna let. She wants that belt. She's gonna go in there and get.
Oh, she's saying she can go. No, maybe play a little possum.
Going right for the leg there, Serena Deeb. Maybe taking a little bit of a shortcut, or certainly a diversionary tactic now, and being relentless on the leg of Thunder Rosa.
Think she taught that one in the Performance Center?
I mean, she might have taught them everything they know, but not everything that Serena knows.
She said she was taking that belt home tonight. She was rewriting history, and apparently she'll do it at whatever the cost is.
Yeah, whatever it takes to win that NWA Women's World Championship. And TK, you're asking what it would mean? I mean, it's the most incredible validation one could imagine for her. That she's not done.
Look at the fight, though, out of the corner by Thunder Rosa. Both champion challengers given as good as they get. Maybe a knee bar. Rolling through to the half crab. Look at this submission skills on display again. Right now, all tied up. And we might need a verbal submission here because the champion couldn't tap if she wanted to into a cover the other way. My goodness, how impressive are both.
And now look at Thunder Rosa just clutching right to that leg. I mean, she had the shockwaves going through her from the damage to the neck, and now Serena Deeb is just picking her apart.
I'll be honest, Serena fooled me. I thought she was legitimately hurt. She fooled all of us. She went in there and just stomped Thunder Rosa's knee.
And now a fixture in the National Wrestling Alliance. How many times have we seen titles change hands with this over the years? With the likes of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And now it's a figure four, and with the NWA Women's World title on the line, and fight with everything she's got is Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa has got to peel that leg off. The leg that's covering her foot, if she can peel that off, she can start to escape her leg.
They're reversing the pressure now. Reversing the pressure, and Deeb quickly gets to the ropes. So, James, she didn't eat a lot of damage on that counter.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking at both of these ladies' faces, and they are just wrapped in pain, both of them. But they are giving everything that they have and leaving it in the ring. I mean, this is just incredibly impressive displays from both of them.
Both girls are really damaged. One has her neck. Whoa.
Got her hooked here. Drives her face first into the canvas. Does Deeb. Into the cover. High impact. And Thunder Rosa, self-preservation, ring awareness, ring general, gets to the front of the ropes, then pays for it.
Yeah, left that leg out there. I mean, it was like blood in the water for Serena Deeb. She pounced on it, wasting no time, but now she takes a spill. Could be Thunder Rosa's turn if she can. I mean, I'm not even sure how well she can walk.
I was going to say, you got to wonder how much she has left in that knee right now. That knee is taking some serious damage. Figure fours, stomps.
Thunder Rosa, though, attacking the entire body now. We've seen the shoulder, and now right into the post. And Deeb now is set back in by the champion. A lot of integrity. She wants to put away this tough challenger in the middle. Big pop in the hips with the suplex.
Looks like we've seen a good amount of recovery out of Thunder Rosa, and now we're seeing the angry Thunder Rosa. She got cheap shotted and stomped on her knee, and now she's coming back and doing damage. She should go for that pin.
I think Deeb was out there with that big shot upstairs, James.
She came in with that kick, but because of the damage, she wasn't able to capitalize. Cover! New champion!
Wow! Oh my goodness!
Here is your winner and new NWA Women's World Champion, Serena Deeb.
Unbelievable. I thought Thunder Rosa was about to get a pin there.
This is gonna send shockwaves through the wrestling world. The dominant NWA World's Women's Champion ever since January. La Mera Destruction Tour comes to a close, but my God, what a war it was. Here you see Deeb attacking the neck throughout, had a game plan attacking the entire body.
And she caught her right there. Is that hesitation from Thunder Rosa because of the damage to the leg cost her the championship? Serena Deeb is walking out the new NWA Women's World Champion because of it.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I'd like to see this third rubber match.
Well, no doubt about it. They're one win apiece. And look at this. How about that class between newly crowned champion, former champion, Thunder Rosa? What a reign she had. A true credit to the title, a credit to this great sport. And now, Serena Deeb, the new champion, was really brought into this business with tradition. We mentioned OVW. She cherishes this title. The veteran came back, and not in vain, comes back and makes history right here on Prime Time Live.
Right here in Thunder Studios, the epicenter of pro wrestling.
My gosh, guys, incredible title victory. Let's hear from the new champ.
I told you it was coming. Primetime Live, I told you it was coming. I came here to change history. I came here to rewrite history. Thunder Rosa, I have all the respect for you. This championship represents legacy. Mildred Burke, the NWA Women's World Championship legacy. And tonight, it sits on my shoulders. It sits on Serena Deeb's shoulders. I kept my promise. I rewrote history. Going forward, I will defend this championship with all the legacy, all the pride, all the honor, all the respect, because I'm from the old school, baby. This is perfect on my shoulders. My name is Serena Deeb, and I am the new NWA Women's World Champion.
Wrestling fans, it's time for our main event on the season finale of NWA Shockwave, the NWA World Tag Team Championships. They hang in the balance. Eli Drake and James Storm taking on Aron Stevens, who, from what I understand, is a very big surprise for them.
The following contest is sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance, and it is for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers. Making his residence in the mountains of Monrovia, weighing in at 245 pounds, Aron Stevens.
Just one.
Well, here we go. Maybe finally get an answer to the
Hello
question.
and good evening. As many of you may know, I promised the question mark. Now, let us get into this. Who, what, where is the question mark? Where is the question mark? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I present from the mountains of Monrovia, the question mark. You can't prove it's not him.
Oh my God.
What a bait and switch. That's J.R. Kratos.
No question about that. That is Kratos. That's not the question mark.
And now this is underway, sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance. The NWA World Tag Team titles are on the line. You got Eli Drake mixing it up with Stevens. Kratos over here. And how about Stevens, Blake, saying you can't prove that Kratos is not the question mark?
I mean, he's got a point, but then again, if that was the question mark, then the gyms must not have closed in Monrovia, because that is a monster right there.
That bell was not official. The teams have not both been in the ring.
Oh my God, they're
no official
all over the place here.
Start to this matchup. It's total bedlam. And if Kratos has been the question mark all along, I guess the gyms in Monrovia are back open.
Yeah, never closed, like Blake said, because Kratos is a big man. We saw him take Mike Bennett to the absolute limit.
Oh, he punished Mike Bennett. In fact, who knows if Bennett is even going to be 100% from that and from his big match with Kevin Martinson still to come. This match has not officially begun.
No, this is just a melee.
The tag team champs are doing a fantastic job thus far of handing out some fists and elbows.
Here we go. Watch out here. Watch out here. Oh, man.
Good Lord.
Right in our
mercy.
It's crazy in here tonight.
And we welcome the third man in the booth, Eli Drake.
I prefer him to Aaron Stevens, I'll say that.
But where is Aaron Stevens? It was caught up with Eli Drake giving Kratos, the question mark, a tour of our broadcast position. And if we get a shot, I believe they're making their way back out here.
Man, that was a big move by Kratos. He just slammed Drake's face into those stairs very, very hard.
Can I just reiterate again, guys, that this match has not officially started, but there's been a lot of extracurricular activity. Cowboy James Storm now taking Stevens and sending him back in, and Stevens,
I'm not sure this thing's ever going to start.
Might not.
So if the match hasn't started, the chairs can't disqualify anybody yet. So this might just continue to be a wild brawl out there.
This is a shootout right now.
That is correct. And now you've got over in the timekeepers area, now over here by our stationary camera. I mean, they are everywhere.
Man, Aaron Stevens is walking on spaghetti legs right now. That was a huge shot by Storm right hand.
Well, Aaron Stevens came in with a plan to sneak attack on the NWA Tag Team Champions.
And now Stevens tries and starts to fight back against James Storm. We've seen both Eli Drake and James Storm here in the past. Eli Drake getting a victory over Watts, Storm in that big matchup with Rosa and Masters. But finally, we see them galvanized again as the World Tag Team Champions. And it all started with Stevens making that challenge. And okay, here we go. We got a match. It's official. Sanctioned by the NWA. The NWA World Tag Team Champions on the line. Eli Drake gonna kick it off, you might say, here with Aaron Stevens. The match starts. Power slam by Drake. Center of the ring, ready to retain. Close.
Man, this is just the beginning of the match, but this brawl has been going on for a while already.
Yeah, any cover could be the end of this matchup after what we saw just spill out right from the get-go.
Look at the double teaming here by the champions. Again, defeated one of the most legendary teams, if not the most, in the history of professional wrestling. The Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson. That big neck snap into the cover. Here we go, out of position, but who could blame him?
Man, we always talk about tag team maneuvers. They just did a double tag team maneuver, combined two different tag team maneuvers at the same time. Impressive.
Wild tag team action has been the theme of the day. How about that six-man tag earlier on for the first time, and now the first time that the NWA World Tag Team titles on the line on this program.
We have seen some incredible title matches thus far. We've seen the NWA TV title change hands. We've seen the NWA Heavyweight title. We've seen the women's title change hands. Now we're seeing the tag team titles. Are they going to change hands tonight?
Championship television.
And the national champion and the former champion, Aaron Stevens, you know, has a gripe, said he was robbed and then immediately challenged. He desperately wants championship gold. This is not the match we expected. We expected the master, the sensei of Mongrovian karate. And again, according to Stevens, we can't prove that that has not been J.R. Kratos all along.
Technically accurate, but just an absolute fallacy by Aaron Stevens. But yeah, you know, he lost that. Now, just took the best shot from James Storm. Did not phase him one iota. Incredible, just impervious to that pain.
No effect. Kratos swinging a miss. Maybe more double teaming by the champions. Yes, C4. That big flying neck breaker by Eli Drake. one of the primary weapons in his arsenal, and getting a little assist there with the cowboy, James Storm.
He can't get too carried away showing off, though, because JR Kratos is built like an Abrams tank. If he gets him back on his heels, he needs to keep him there.
God, agility by one half of the tag team champions. Moonsault into the cover, but tough, so tough to keep a tank like Kratos, as Blake said, down for the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Tank's gonna keep rolling on here. Kratos now back up to his feet. Eli Drake, in a bad way, was in the absolute wrong spot. Kratos, full head of steam, just about decapitated Eli Drake.
Yeah, Aaron Stevens was able to distract Eli Drake just long enough for JR Kratos to take advantage.
Here's the cover. History to be made again. Guys, it has been treacherous territory for the champions of the NWA. Only the national treasure, Nick Aldis, the holder of the 10 pounds of gold, has survived with his title in tow, although Thunder Rosa did have a successful title defense against Priscilla Kelly. What a shot and what a golden opportunity this is for Kratos, who has really been making a name for himself recently. Okay, the question mark, I stand corrected. The question mark recently got a victory over none other than Rocky Romero on NWA Strong in tag team action.
Yeah, and now finds himself vying for tag team gold. And like we said earlier, just what a war that was they had with Mike Bennett.
New Japan Pro Wrestling, you know, what a matchup that was. And yeah, Mike Bennett still to come later on, taking on Daivari. I mean, this has been wild. Now, we saw a tag. It's actually settled in somewhat, guys. We've got the makings of an actual tag team contest.
Yeah, beautiful ring position there by Aaron Stevens. He locked on the headlock and dragged Eli Drake back to their corner, tagged in Kratos, and now Kratos is putting it on him in the corner. Whoa, big 12-6 elbow there from Aaron Stevens from behind, right on the collarbone. That could easily fracture a collarbone. It takes someone's entire shoulder and arm out of the battle.
And it's been quite some time since the tag team champions have competed again as a cohesive unit. They look great. They're in the wrong part of town, and they couldn't have possibly, yes, I'm sure they scouted and trained for Stevens. They certainly couldn't have trained for this version of the question mark of Kratos. Flying knee there by the former national champion to the cover, and Storm makes the save. A little desperation. He knows their titles are in trouble.
Yeah, Eli Drake does not look like he's in a great position. We've seen Storm, Stevens, and Kratos all here on Primetime Live, so it makes me wonder if there might be a little bit of ring rust on the tag team champion. Oh, 2 count on the pin attempt. But if there's a little bit of ring rust going on for Eli Drake, he doesn't look like he's caught his stride. And since getting beat down, it has just been the story is Eli Drake taking damage.
Well, you know, it's been quite some time, 7 months. I mean, we saw Eli Drake victorious over Watts, and he got absolutely waylaid in that matchup for a long time, showed a lot of intestinal fortitude to battle back, but we'll see if he can battle back from this beatdown.
I mean, JR Kratos, just such an impressive specimen in there and just throwing bombs. The shots that Kratos delivers are second to none in pro wrestling, in my opinion.
This is a fantastic time that he's using these very low-risk maneuvers to start chopping away at Eli Drake. Eli Drake coming back.
Firing back. Reckless abandon, just throwing everything he's got. Got to be careful not to end up in the corner. And another big clothesline. And that is like getting hit with an oak. Maybe a Mongrovian oak into the cover.
Yeah, that guy's built like a tree stump if I've ever seen one. Incredible.
I mean, I guess if anybody was forged in the lava and the icy Mongrovian twins, it would be this guy.
The Mountain of Mongrovia, JR Kratos, might be his new name.
Mountain of Mongrovia, I like that.
Checking back in, Aaron Stevens. Big suplex, floats over nicely to the cover.
Perfect by Aaron Stevens.
When people were able to slap on a pin attempt immediately after a slam, those are the most effective pins in my opinion.
And again, it's the old, you don't judge a book by its cover. Yes, considers himself a thespian. He'll come out here quoting Shakespeare. In the past, we had tropical pirates. I mean, all the antics. But when it comes to bell to bell, Aaron Stevens can get it done.
Yeah, he's about as sound as they come. He always has a plan. I was wrong to think that he would be standing there without one, as it was just him facing the 2 tag team champions. And that sneak attack has really just thrown the champs off their game here. But now, Eli Drake making progress on Aaron Stevens.
Was looking for a swinging neck breaker, got nothing but another clothesline. So now Stevens picking up what Kratos, or the question mark, put down earlier. They are really scoring with a series of clotheslines taking down Eli Drake.
It's these low-risk maneuvers that are extremely hard to counter or reverse. I think it's a fantastic game plan for them to use this because Eli Drake's hurt. His ability. Oh, man, another big punch by J.R. Kratos. Man, that guy's got hands like a lunchbox.
And Eli Drake threw for broke earlier in this. We saw him spring to the top into a moonsault. I don't know that I've ever seen Eli Drake do that. You know, in the history of him competing, I've watched him for a long time, all the way back to the early days of championship wrestling from Hollywood, when he was under the tutelage of the late, great Percy Pringle. But look at this now. Again, in the corner there, and now taking some liberties when the referee's back is turned, Aron Stevens.
Drake has to do something drastic to get out of this corner and get his partner in. He is not in a good place right now. If he stays in this matchup, this match might not last much longer.
Kratos was measuring him. Did you see that? Just full head of steam, nowhere to go but down.
Just crushing him with that avalanche. Eli Drake can't get to James Storm to save his life or their championships, it looks like, at the moment. Kratos going for it again, or the question mark, knees up. Eli Drake now fighting for his life in the corner.
Oh, big time blockbuster here in the Hollywood area. And was he going to elect to make a cover here to try and retain? I think you gotta crawl.
That's the risky maneuver. He's got to get himself out of this ring right now.
Yep, I agree with you. Everything you got to get to the bearded outlaw, James Storm, who is very fresh.
You got to dig down deep. You got to have that gut check.
Both tag team partners are cheering their partners on to get over to the corner. Drake gets out.
Race against the clock. Race against the clock. 2 freshmen in. But the Cowboy, he's an honorary customer right now. He had some liquid courage earlier on, and he is firing with both barrels. Big clothesline out of the corner.
The Cowboy is unloading his gun right now on Aron Stevens. Doing it for his partner. Doing it to take down Aron Stevens right now. Cover. Good retain.
Oh, man, that was a long 2 count. Switches body position to the other side here, though, Blake.
Beautiful transition. He's got some type of crossface. Is he going to get the tap here? You can see him thinking about it. If he's able to get under the chin and torque. Oh, Kratos is able to get in there and break up the submission.
Might have had the submission attempt there, but Kratos did break it up. And it was out of the frying pan into the fire for Aron Stevens. But desperation move there, tags in the big man. Maybe we'll see some double teaming by the challengers. What a wild matchup this has been. The NWA World Tag Team titles. All the stuff that happened before the match even started, and getting swatted by a Kodiak bear.
See, Eli Drake is back on his feet, back up in this match. Took him a few minutes to get his composure back, but he is back in this battle.
Elevated up and over.
Could have been disaster for Drake if he didn't land on his feet there.
Could have been. Now you got Cowboy in there. Look out. Look at this double team. Oh, my goodness.
Takes the big man down.
Flying clothesline. Can he get the shoulders down, those massive shoulders? But Stevens pulls him from the outside.
Nothing.
What a leap from Eli Drake. I thought the tag team champions were going to be walking out here, and now what's Aron doing?
Boy, we heard earlier from...
Whoa, look at that. Eli Drake's down on the outside. That clothesline might have taken a little bit more out of him than we realized.
It might have shot upstairs, though, by Storm, who divides and conquers. I love that double team move by the champions. And look at this. Pour one out. And you know, earlier, oh my God, a chair. I don't know if the referee didn't see it. We had a chair shot to the outside.
There you see.
Eli Drake right to the throat.
Whoa, and Storm saw him sliding in with that chair. Let's see if Storm's able to get it away from him and use it against Aron.
You can't win the championship, though, Aron. You're going to get disqualified.
Oh my goodness. Low blow.
Disgusting.
Low blow. Undetected.
No.
Not this way.
No.
Wow.
And that's it for this season of NWA Shockwave. Thanks for rolling with us, whether you watched us on YouTube or Patreon. Big thank you to all of the NWA fans out there. And we've got some very exciting plans for 2021. I promised I wouldn't spill the beans just yet. But stay tuned to our social media. We will have some incredible announcements coming your way very, very soon. Happy holidays and Happy New Year.